This is the smallest bathroom I've ever seen in my life. It's only 36 square feet of space, 9 foot long and 4 foot wide. I started the renovation in this room because I figured the smallest space would be the easiest, but I was wrong. It got on my nerves, but pearls are made from irritation and the end result made it worth the headache. Now that demo's done, it was time to start putting this bathroom back together. The lower half of the walls were covered in tile. Like I said, this was my first project in the house and I was just trying to get my feet wet, so instead of demoing the tile, I decided to install the new tiles right on top. We primed the walls and then got started. I had two issues with the shower floor. I installed penny tiles, but I didn't like the way they turned out, and it was impossible to take a shower without getting water all over the bathroom floor. I used 3 bricks to raise the height of the shower curb, that way water won't splash everywhere, but it took me a minute to figure out what I should do with the shower floor. My plan B is to remove the tile edges, clean up the penny tile, and then pour some concrete so that I would have a smooth shower floor. This is an indoor-outdoor self-leveling concrete. I'm using it to cover the penny tiles and fill in all the grout lines so that I'll have a smooth shower pan. It took 3 layers to get everything nice and flat. I was scared to accidentally get concrete in the shower drain, so I filled in the hole with a trash bag. When I finished with the 3rd layer, the penny tiles were completely covered. I gave it 24 hours to fully dry before going over it with a detail sander. To give it a clean look, I painted it using Kills primer and finished it off with exterior concrete sealant. I was ready to get this bathroom done, so I had to multitask. While I was waiting for the layers of concrete to dry on the shower floor, I started installing the LVP. I bought a brand new toilet and paid to have it installed months ago, but it's never been used because I cracked the bowl when I was trying to demo the tile floors. I never thought I'd do this, but the only reason I felt comfortable even attempting to replace this toilet myself is because I know for a fact nobody's ever sat their funky ass on it. Like I said earlier, I was trying to multitask, so while the old toilet was out of the way, I finished installing the LVP, then I started cleaning and grouting the tile behind the toilet. If you've been on this journey with me for a while, then you already know how I feel about grouting, but just in case you're new here, I hate this shit. I tiled the walls in both of my bathrooms, and I will never tile another area that big again, just so I don't have to deal with grouting. I don't know who I thought I was, but that toilet humbled me real quick. There was no way I was going to be able to lift it out of the box like that, so I had to lay it on its side and shimmy it out. Installing the new toilet was way easier than I expected. I know what this looks like, but I promise it's not that. It's actually just residue from the previous wax ring. I guess I felt like playing plumber this day because after I finished with the toilet, I decided to install the new faucet for my sink. I got this matte black faucet from Amazon. It's the same one that I use in my other bathroom. Installation took less than 10 minutes. All I had to do was connect it to my existing water lines. This ugly ass light cost me $2,000. This house is 111 years old and the old wiring wasn't working, so I had to pay the electrician $2,000 in order to rewire this space. I didn't have the new light fixtures yet, so he installed that one just to prove that the lighting was working. Later on, I came back and installed my own light fixture. Then I realized how ugly this paint job was. The small space, shower stall, gray walls, and the fact that there are no windows in this room had me feeling like I was doing hard time in somebody's jail cell. I wasn't feeling the penitentiary vibe, so we're gonna switch up some things. The tile felt unfinished, so I'm adding some tile trim to help give it a more polished look. The shower was the first area that I tiled, and we didn't have the grouting technique down yet, so the grout lines aren't the best. To clean them up a little bit, I'm using some vinegar. Did my house smell like a fresh bag of salt and vinegar chips at one point? Yes, but it did fix the messy grout lines, so I really can't complain. My mama helped me paint this bathroom vintage pewter, which is the same color we used everywhere else throughout the house. But like I said, I wasn't really feeling that color in here, so to brighten up the space, I'm just going over it with a little bit of Commercial White by PPG. I made sure to do this after I was finished grouting the tile trim so that I didn't get grout all over my fresh white walls. Remember this clip from the beginning of the video? There are wires coming out of the wall where the light switch should be. When the electrician fixed the light, he also replaced this light switch. He installed a white one, but I swapped it out for a black switch and a black faceplate so that it matches a little bit better. I used to be ashy as hell after I took a shower. All the chemicals in the water would leave my skin and hair super dry. Spark Pod's filtered shower head has 23 stages of filtration and promises not to reduce your water pressure. No tools are needed for installation, and everything you need is included in the box. First things first, you're going to wrap the sealant tape around the shower arm. Make sure you do this in a clockwise direction so that it doesn't unravel when you screw on the shower filter. Grab some more of the sealant tape and repeat the same process to install the shower head. I was worried that the filter would be too heavy for my shower arm, but it's a very lightweight system, and as promised, I still have great water pressure.